Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wake Up Report. And how do you kill nuns? That's like right up there with drowning puppies or putting kittens in a microwave oven. How do you kill two nuns? And when I heard about this story, and this is what you get for assuming. I assumed that it was a white guy that did it. Actually, in Mississippi of all places. It's not like black people hang out in Catholic churches or anything like that. But this just shows that, wherever you put us, niggas are going to just do nigga shit. And this is also one of those stories where, when you hear it as a black person, at least for me, you think to yourself, oh, Lord, please don't let it be a black person that did this. There's just some things, some crimes that, they're just so out there that you go, oh God, I hope they weren't black. But niggas never fail to disappoint. Rodney Earl Sanders of Mississippi has been charged. He's been charged with capital murder, but you might as well say they getting ready to, inject this cat with a lethal dose or something, or they gonna give him the electric chair or whatever it is they gonna do. He's dead. Let's just say that he is going to get the death penalty. Mr. Sanders has been charged with the murder of two nuns, both 68 years old. Sister Margaret Held and Sister Paula Merrill were murdered in their home Thursday morning. And Sanders was eventually caught, questioned. He was a person of interest. And I guess he confessed to it. How do you kill two nuns? That's just absolutely ridiculous. I'm gonna tell you something. With everything going on, with the cops killing black people, black people saying that cops kill them because they're black. Hands up, don't shoot, and all that mess. In a state like Mississippi, with a history of what white folks have done to black folks for not committing crimes, that you would think that if you're black and in Mississippi, with the history of where you live, you'd be a little bit more sensitive to what you do by way of crime. And it just goes to show, man, all of us black folks out here now better thank God Almighty that we're living in the day and the age that we are living in now. If this dumb Negro had murdered two nuns back in Mississippi when the racism was just at its peak, they'd have murdered and probably lynched the entire town of black folks. However many, if there were 30 black folks lived in a rural Mississippi town, they'd have lynched all of them because of one dumb Negro. All of y'all out there that participated dumb shit, you better thank God Almighty that you're in the time that you are in now, that you do all your crime, and do all your dumb stuff, because this is just absolutely ridiculous. This is just a prime example of what happens when you are so unaware of your history, when you don't know your history. All you 90s babies, you can breathe a sigh of relief. This man is 46 years old, so goes without. You 90s babies spend more time killing each other, I guess. Dumb Negroes like this. I guess 80s babies and back, they spend more time killing nuns and other people and stuff, man. But this is just absolutely ridiculous. It is getting harder and harder for black people to make a case about racism, about white people, about the violence that white people, you claim that white people do to you. It's getting harder and harder to make that claim when, like I said, during all of this, since maybe 2015, all these charges of white cops killing blacks and Black Lives Matter and all this nonsense, that you have dumb Negroes like this that just commit the stupidest of crimes before they inject you with that lethal dose of poison, before they strap you to the electric chair and hit that switch and fry your ass before. I guess that's about all they can do. Personally, I think they hate to bullwhip your ass in public, then hang you, then give you a lethal dose of poison, then electrocute you. But, you know, it's going to be the quickest trial, I imagine, that the state of Mississippi is going to have. But I would really like to hear from you, sir. What was going on in your mind when you broke in on two 68-year-old women, number one, two 68-year-old nuns, number two, and you think to yourself, well, I guess I might as well go on ahead and murder two senior citizens who happen to be nuns. You know, it's just absolutely ridiculous. You know, we're really running out of excuses, black people. You can't blame folks. Sometimes you can't, for how they think about us, for not wanting to live around us, for just not wanting to, but we can't be around each other. I hope they interview this guy at some point, and I hope we get to hear from him. What in the world possessed you to murder two nuns? It's not like it hasn't happened before, I guess, but when you read about things like this or you hear about things like this, to me, you know, I don't know about you guys, there's just, you should have limits on your criminal endeavors. As far, you know, people are going to steal. I understand that. People are going to rob. People are going to kill. There has to be a limit that even if you're contemplating killing somebody for something, that you have to say, you know, killing a 68-year-old nun, that's a little bit out there. I mean, as many people that Tony Montana killed in Scarface, you know, as many bodies as he left in that movie, even Tony Montana had a line that he did not cross.
You think I killed two kids and a woman? Fuck that! I don't need that shit in my life. You die, motherfucker!
You know, I could see maybe, you know, you killed somebody and you stole their car, you know, and they're about the same age, 46, 36, 26, something like that. You know, you rob somebody and you wind up shooting them or something like that, you know. But when you break into somebody's house and you are looking at two senior citizens, two nuns, something in your brain should click and say, you know, something should click in your brain that says, you know, God, I think I done crossed the line and I think I need your help because what I'm doing ain't normal. Let me creep out of this house and let me get a Bible and start to read it because I got to get my life right. When it gets to the point to where you're killing nuns, I want to hear from this guy. I really want to hear. I want to hear how it's white people's fault that you killed two nuns. I want to hear the phrase Black Lives Matters comes out of your mouth. I want to hear about how racism is the cause for you doing what you did and any lame excuse that you could possibly come up with. Be glad you're living in the now, black people. Because if we were all living back then, because of this dumb nigga, all of us would be strung up and swinging from a tree somewhere in Mississippi. This is KTM and the Wake Up Report saying think a little bit. It will do wonders for you.